gospel trains are coming, I hear it just at hand. I hear the car wheels rumbling and rolling through the land. Oh, get on board, a little children, get on board. A little children, get on board. A little children, there's room for many a more. I hear the train a coming, she's coming round the curve. She's loosened all her steam and brakes and straining every nerve. Oh, get on board, a little children, get on board. A little children, get on board. A little children, there's room for many a more. The fare is cheap and all can go. The rich and the poor are there. No second class aboard this train. No difference in the fare.
Hi,
Oh, get
my name is
on
Dana
board.
Ariel
A little
Thompson.
children,
I am
get on
passionate about
board.
psychology
A
and
little
musical
children,
theater,
get on
and
board. A
my
little
future
children,
plans are in the
get on
fall to
board.
study at Montclair State University with a major in psychology and a minor in musical theater and
A little
ASL.
children, get on board.
Hi, my name is Suraj Shah. I'm a rising senior in Orange County, California. I'm really connected with the Paul Robeson House and the mission of Paul Robeson. I have been involved in various avenues toward activism and global activism, including expanding access to speech and debate and reducing inequity. I fight for equal justice and equal rights across the country and the world, which I know is something that Paul Robeson was extremely passionate about. I've also been involved in a lot of different activities in my community, including in volunteering, community service. I've also been involved in political campaigns and think tank to ensure that people across this country can receive the services they need. And I want to contribute in the way that's best fit for all people in this country. And so my vision is one rooted in justice and equality and human rights, and I think that this deeply aligns with the mission of racial justice that Paul Robeson so beautifully outlined throughout his life.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tabitha Gore, and I'm honored to be joining the Paul Robeson community. I will be attending North Carolina A&T this fall, majoring in bioengineering. I come into this program as a non-traditional activist and a poet. Mr. Paul Robeson himself was a very strong activist and just an amazing motivation, and I plan to continue that. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Armani Marie Beauvais, and I'm incredibly honored to be joining the Paul Richardson House of Princeton Classified Scholars and Fellow Cohort. I'm a political science major at Morgan State University, the National Treasure at Baltimore, Maryland, and I'll be serving as the Vice President of Evolve, which is a women's mentorship program called Elevating Voices for Leadership, Virtue, and Excellence. And I'm also a part of the Region 7 NAA chapter, and my dedication to community stems from my identity of being a Haitian American, where I've seen impact of systematic challenges and immigration from my parents, my family growing up, and just the community that I grew up in, which is New York City. Um, I want to organize food and clothing drives and host civic engagement workshops throughout my matriculation at Morgan State University. And I really connect to Paul of how outside of the box he was. He hit every standpoint that I admire from art, education, justice, liberation. He did it all, even being an athlete. And I just admire that because you never have to put yourself in a box. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I just wanted to take the time to introduce myself. I'm currently a law student, a rising 2L at the University of the District of Columbia, and being a part of this fellowship feels like standing on the shoulders of giants. It's a personal connection I have to being a Robeson scholar because my African American identity. In many ways, I have aligned myself with the lives that the Robesons have led when they were on this earth, a life that is marked by advocating for their own rights and the rights of marginalized communities, as well as the rights of women and of queer people. And that's something I'm excited to continue doing. Currently, I do that through public speaking and through content creation, but I want to go beyond that into the creation of toolkits, of guides to mobilize people to be a part of the legal um, field that typically wouldn't have an opportunity or guidance when entering this field. Myself, I am system impacted, and therefore I have a special propensity to want to help people that also share in this identity. And I hope to use my time to begin doing that through maybe a written piece, a toolkit, and a guide that can help people apply to law school, or at least know the process and what it takes when applying to begin your legal education and eventually your legal career while being maybe low income, while being Black, while being queer, while maybe being estranged from family, and while being system impacted. These are all things that I have faced in life and was able to overcome in my path to the legal field. And it's something I want to help others be able to do and potentially soar even further than I was able to. With guidance comes so much light and ultimately a path to walk towards whatever it is you want, and a path that has been cleared for you rather than you having to forge your way through the unknown.
I'm Banjo, and I'm a rising senior at Fordham University. I'm very passionate about law, and I plan to be a medical malpractice attorney so that I can advocate for cases pertaining to Black women and the disproportionate bias they may face in their medical care. I am currently a political science major and philosophy minor at Fordham University. I am Nigerian American, and my family's from Boston, but I currently stay in New York City. I really like fashion as far as hobbies. I like cooking, I like baking, I like hanging out with my friends, and I would regard myself as a student activist. I'm very passionate about justice and just advocating and so on and so forth. So, yes, thank you.
Hi, my name is Araya Lamin, and I'm a rising senior attending Princeton Day School. I hope to become a dermatologist in the future and go through med school. I feel connected to Paul Robeson because I understand how passions can fuel you to go through multiple pathways of being an athlete through my dancing and through volleyball, of being a activist, which I have seen through my plans of becoming a dermatologist and the skincare brand that I own now, which is targeting skin conditions specifically for people who cannot afford typical medicines or steroids that are provided by doctors. And then I understand being a academic scholar as well, as I go to Princeton Day School, and like said previously, I want to go to med school and want to continue education even further after that.
Hi, my name is Tanarika Chaudhry, and I am originally from Clarksburg, Maryland, and a rising sophomore at Cornell University, majoring in healthcare policy on a pre-medical track. My interests lie in healthcare equity and civic engagement, and I hope to pursue a medical career while being an advocate for equitable healthcare access. We're living in a moment where long forgotten injustices are finally being brought to the forefront. However, institutions and power structures are constantly trying to suppress this meaningful change. And so, as an advocate, as an artist, I am constantly having a vision for change within every community that I am part of, whether that is within the dance community, within the advocacy community, or within my school community as well. I'm striving to constantly build spaces where lived experiences and communities are being uplifted in order to have ideas translate into action that bring up meaningful change and increase equity within our communities.
I'm Lisa Sanchez. I use she, her pronouns. I am originally from Colombia, but I am currently located in Denver, Kentucky. I am a student activist. What I really focus on is educational equity. My vision for the world is one where justice is truly served and where we can all come together as activists and community organizers, or even just regular people, and really be involved in our areas in meaningful ways that allow for justice to thrive. I really value civic engagement, and I think we should always foster civic engagement a lot more. I think volunteering, also just sometimes participating in our local charities, going out to vote, all of these things are ways of being civically engaged. Even just reading the newspaper daily is civic engagement, and I think we should do more of that because we need to be educated if we want to build a stronger democracy. Furthermore, I do think that education is the core of democracy. Education allows for societies to develop. It allows for more economic progress, as well as for citizens to be educated and know about their communities and know about what's around them. So I think we should all strive to be more and more educated on a daily basis.
Hello, my name is Avery Robeson. I am an upcoming junior at Rush College University. I am majoring in business management and art of information systems. I am also a part of the Great Fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Um, my passion is basically getting better at just helping the community out, giving back to my community as much as I can. Over the past years, I have been able to put up a good amount of numbers for me to be able to give back to my community, and I hope to put up more as I and continue just to excel with everything that I'm doing. This year, I do plan on doing student government. I plan on joining student government. That way, I can be able to help out in the state of Mississippi, where my school is located, and I'll be able to help out with the board and also with the city of Holly Springs. I'll be able to just be able to give back to their community and also come back here to Houston and be able to give back to the community as well.
Hi, my name is Christine Schersoll, but I go by Cece. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. I've spent the most of my life growing up there, but I've lived abroad in Africa and Europe and also have connections to Asia. And so that's one of the reasons why I find myself connected to Paul Robeson, just because having to find myself in so many different parts of the world and a part of so many different cultures, which have all contributed to my identity. I've been able to find myself parts of the world. I've also been able to find myself as an activist, as a scholar, and as an artist. And that's why I feel like I connect with Paul Robeson so much. And I'm happy to contribute to that legacy.
Hi, my name is Anish Perry. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Thomas Jefferson High School, and I was selected as in the activist category. And for me, just like in order to like see change in the world, I just want to see, people being like more helpful, like being helpful to people, but not just like for pay, but also just doing for nonprofit. As like my experience working in the food pantry, just being able to give back to the community for free and not having to just, give back to the community for free and just not have to expect anything in return, but also get like the satisfaction that hey, I helped the world and I was able to like make a difference, no matter how big or small, just make a difference in the world to other people.
Hello, everyone. My name is Renaya Bullock, and I am a rising senior at Delaware State University. I'm a mass communications major with a concentration in digital media productions, and I'm also minoring in entrepreneurship. I am currently serving as the community impact intern at Spectrum, which is a cable company, where our main focus is to give back in the communities we do business in. Extracurricular wise, I host a digital platform called Next Level Execution, where I am dedicated to helping students globally get resources as far as internships, scholarships, and conferences to advance their college career. I host scholarship workshops at my university, and I'm very involved in spreading resources to my community. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Hi everyone, my name is Azima Sadiq. I am a rising senior at Alief Early College High School in Houston, Texas. I am really passionate about amplifying youth voices, especially those from underrepresented and marginalized communities. And I feel like that thoroughly aligns with this program because one of the main principles is civic engagement.
I hear the train a-comin', she's comin' round the curve. She's loosened all her steam and brakes and straining every nerve. Oh, get on board, a little children, get on board. A little children, get on board. A little children, there's room for many a more. The fare is cheap and all can go. The rich and the poor are there. No second class aboard this train, no difference in the fare. Oh, get on board, a little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many a more. Oh, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many a more. There's no hiding place down there. There's no hiding place down there. rock cried out, no hiding place, there's no hiding place down there. Oh, the rock cried, I'm burning too. Oh, the rock cried, I'm burning too. Oh, the rock cried out, I'm burning too. I wanna go to heaven.